Welcome back. With the holidays fast approaching and drivers rushing to get things done, several major car crashes have closed down some roads here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley has more.
Good evening. It's that time of year again where we have extra drivers on our roadways, and this year it seems with that increase in drivers, there's an increase in traffic crashes. A perfect example can be found around noon at US 41 and Miami Avenue in Venice. Driver stopping in the middle of the intersection, causing others to have to carefully drive around them.
It is illegal to stop within an intersection. You must traverse that intersection in one motion.
Around the Suncoast, we've seen a lot of accidents lately. In early December, a car drove into Venice Hospital. Just days later, 2 died in a head-on collision not far away. This week, a woman was killed on I-75.
A lot of this is coming from people not paying attention. Not necessarily just on their mobile device, but looking around, speaking with someone, or simply being in a hurry and trying to change lanes.
Some drivers, like Bob Lentz, are so worried they don't go far from home.
I am extremely careful and drive too slow, and probably one of the people that's a pain in the neck for the other people.
And as we get closer and closer to the holidays, it's likely the number of drivers may continue to rise.
We're going to have an additional 100,000 people vying for the same space, and yet we don't have additional roads.
Still, not everyone is as concerned.
It's fine, but I used to live in Chicago and New York City, so this is not much.
So what you're saying is traffic is relative?
Right.
Florida Highway Patrol says, among other things, you need to drive safely and take your time. Do not rush to your destination. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
With more than 6 million people expected to travel 50 miles or more this holiday season, AAA is predicting a record-breaking couple of weeks. Experts say of those traveling, nearly 90% will drive to their destination. Gas prices are slightly higher this year, but not enough to stop people from visiting family and friends. Troopers say there were more than 10,000 car crashes during the holiday travel period last year, including 112 deaths. Troopers will be out in extra numbers over the next week and a half, making sure Floridians arrive alive.
Make sure you get plenty of rest. Don't drive drowsy. We just had a campaign talking about drowsy driving. It's just as bad as impaired driving. So make sure you get plenty of rest the night before. If you do get tired, stop every 100 miles or so, take a break, and make sure that you're refreshed again.
The FHP is also asking drivers to register their emergency contact information with the agency in case an accident happens far from home and you're unable to contact a loved one. As you make those last-minute holiday purchases, remember to be alert for would-be Grinches. The Northport Police Department posting this video today, asking for your help identifying the people in it. They rummaged through vehicles and stole lawn equipment earlier this month from a home on Clough Court in Northport. If you recognize anyone in the video, call the Northport Police Department. It's been more than 3 months now since Hurricane Irma devastated the Florida Keys, and the islands are still struggling to find a sense of normalcy. Brian Enton gives us a look at the Keys' recent state.
This is not old video from the Florida Keys. This is now. In parts of the lower Keys, little has changed since Hurricane Irma hit on September 10th. There are small signs of Christmas, like an ornament on a fence and a wreath, all surrounded by devastation. We went into the hardest hit neighborhoods on Big Pine Key.
Donna?
Looking for this woman.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Her name is Donna Allison, and we first found her alone and scared 2 days after the storm.
Oh my God, it was bad. Don't never stay in your home if you're disabled. Get out because you're gonna die.
She lived in her badly damaged home for 2 months. At the end of November, she moved with her 2 dogs into a FEMA trailer in her driveway.
It has saved me from having to go through all the bugs and all the not cleanliness. I had to have hot water, and here I do. I have heat, I have air.
Donna's home is one of 1,200 destroyed by Irma. Many cannot be rebuilt.
I don't know how I'm going to even get rid of my home if they make me destroy it. Yet I'm just now starting to face these problems.
Many of the people who live in these devastated neighborhoods have also lost their jobs because so many of the hotels and restaurants are still rebuilding. So with nowhere to live and nowhere to work, many decided to leave the Keys.
Brian Enton reporting there from the Florida Keys, a very hard-hit area from Hurricane Irma. But right now we're thinking about the holidays and but still some warm temperatures for this time of year. Bob?
That's right, Scott. He brings up a great point, too, that after a hurricane like that moves through, about 50% or even more of the businesses shut down. So keep that in mind. Again, about 50%, over half of the businesses shut down after a major hurricane moves on through, just simply because of all the damage. A Lakewood Ranch webcam showing a foggy start to this morning, and then skies cleared for a little while. Then the clouds came in from the Gulf as a result of a weak system, and now sunshine out there, clear skies, light winds will allow that fog to form again, although not nearly as prevalent nearby as we saw over the past couple of nights. It is happening over the panhandle of Florida right now, but we will see the possibility of that happening simply because the dew point temperature and the temperature get so close to one another. Winds lessen up and they become rather calm, and skies are clear. That allows that dew point temperature to drop down, or the temperature to drop down to the dew point, which causes that fog to form. And we have a frontal boundary to the northwest of us, and that is going to encourage west to southwesterly wind flow, which will also aid in the possibility of some sea fog. We'll have more in our forecast. Let you know about a cold front, not this one, but another one headed our way, which will cool us down a bit. Back to you, Scott.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Stepping up its aid to help end homelessness, the city of Northport will soon be offering a new set of services. Starting January 2nd, any homeless person in need can come to the Northport Social Services Building. That's where they'll meet with a caseworker who will assess their level of need and place them into a homeless management information system where they can find help. Last year in Sarasota, Manatee counties, 3,500 people were helped in a similar way. City commissioners are hoping these new services will not only help people in need, but also provide an opportunity to keep track of those in need and the need in Northport. Those interested do not need to make an appointment and don't need to be a Northport resident. Amid pressure from fellow lawmakers following allegations of sexual misconduct, Florida State Senator Jack Latvala has resigned. This week, a Senate investigation found it's likely Latvala inappropriately touched a top Senate aide. The report detailed accounts from a former lobbyist who claimed Latvala offered to support legislation in exchange for sex acts, an accusation he says is false. Latvala submitting a letter to the president of the Florida Senate today saying, quote, our country has been caught up in a movement to shine a spotlight on behavior that dishonors women. Even though I have spent my entire career helping women advance in public service, my political adversaries have latched onto this effort to rid our country of sexual harassment, to try to rid the Florida Senate of me. Latvala says officially will resign his seat on January 5th. Nearly a year after taking office, President Trump is celebrating his first major legislative victory. As ABC's Kenneth Moten reports, Congress passing a major tax overhaul without any Democratic support.
President Trump's first major legislative win, a sweeping tax overhaul.
We are making America great again. You haven't heard that, have you?
The president surrounded by GOP lawmakers who helped pass the $1.5 trillion rewrite of the tax code, the largest in more than 3 decades.
It means jobs, 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 jobs. So it's going to be really a very special period of time.
The Senate passed the bill along party lines in the wee hours of the morning. Speaker Paul Ryan in the House with a redo vote Wednesday after a procedural hiccup. Republicans are promising tax cuts to help the middle class.
Well, the message to the hard-working taxpayers of America is your tax relief is on its way.
Democrats focus on the tax cuts for corporations and the rich.
Tax breaks don't lead to job creation. They lead to big CEO salaries and money for the very, very wealthy.
Now the Republicans are taking their cool victory lap, toasting it with champagne with their donors and the wealthiest. But they didn't do what they promised.
President Trump and Republicans now tasked with selling the plan to the people. Recent polls show it's unpopular with the majority of Americans.
This bill is off on the wrong foot when it comes to public perceptions. It is being sold by an unpopular president with unquestionably difficult circumstances ahead for this bill.
President Trump promised to sign the tax bill into law immediately, but the White House says there's a process before it hits the president's desk, so no date has been set. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Every day, we're logging into social media accounts to share moments in our lives. What many tend to forget, though, is that employers could be monitoring what you say, and online posts could cost you your job. Coming up tonight at 7 o'clock, ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick is taking a look at companies' social media policies. Most large companies now have those policies in place. It's another document from the Human Resources Department about what you can and can't do while working for the company. Both employees and employers should be hyper aware that what you're doing and saying online can affect your employment, not just while you're at work or because of what you say about the company, but everything 24/7.
What you don't want to do is get engaged in activity that gets you terminated as an employee, but you also don't want to get involved in wrongful termination as an employer.
Tonight at 7, you'll hear from a local CEO about what he expects from his employees. Also, local law enforcement shares the rules officers must abide by. 2 Venice High School football players have locked in their college futures. Bryce Carpenter and Javian Hiley are joining Coastal Carolina and South Carolina. Their official signing was held today at Bogey Sports Bar in Venice. This comes only 2 weeks after the football team celebrated winning the Class 7A state championship in Orlando.
I mean, it's awesome. It's a great experience, and I love all the people that came and come to support us, and it's a lot of fun.
Students will begin their run at Coastal Carolina in the fall. And the Tampa Bay Rays trading the face of the franchise today. Evan Longoria, now a member of the San Francisco Giants. Longoria spent nearly 10 seasons with the Rays. 32-year-old is Tampa Bay's all-time leader in games played, home runs, and RBIs. And he has been a fixture at third base for all of the Rays' successful seasons, winning his 3rd Gold Glove just last season. He's frankly the best player the Rays have ever had. In return, the Rays get outfielder Denard Span, infielder Christian Arroyo, and 2 minor league prospects. This may be just the start of the Rays purging their roster of high-priced talent as the team cuts its payroll. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a warning for parents who are buying toys this holiday season. What you need to be on the lookout for to protect your kids from lead poisoning. Stay with us.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is worried about lead poisoning in our homes And as Reed Binion reports, they have a warning for parents who are buying toys this holiday season.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, there are children living in at least 4 million households that contain high levels of lead. The CDC warns that there are even lead hazards in some holiday toys and jewelry. Here's what you can do to protect your children from lead exposure. Know where all of their toys and jewelry come from. Some imported antique and collectible items often contain lead. Check with the manufacturers and ask what the product is made from. Children can get lead poisoning if they swallow or put any item containing lead in their mouth. If you suspect your child may have been exposed to lead, have their blood tested. That's the only way to check to see if they have been contaminated. There is no safe level of lead in blood, and there are no early symptoms. Prevention is the best way to avoid lead poisoning, which can affect the development of the brain and nervous system. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
All right, time to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. We are still seeing some slowdowns east and west on University Parkway, right near the I-75 interchange, so you plan on taking the interstate soon. Looks good, though, at this time. Slight slowdown as you head north, right near University Parkway. Now, record online purchases this year have shoppers and shippers working around the clock to meet that fast-approaching holiday deadline. And with more than a third of shoppers waiting until the week before Christmas to do the bulk of their holiday shopping, hackers are now trying to take advantage. The FBI issuing a warning telling consumers to be on the lookout for phishing scams. Emails saying packages can't be delivered and you need to click a link to pick it up.
Don't fall for it, because what will happen is it's either going to introduce malware to your computer, or they'll lead you to another site where they'll say, we need more information. Can you give us your credit card?
So what do you do? FedEx says it does not send unsolicited emails, so delete those emails immediately and don't click those links. According to the Better Business Bureau, roughly 20% of online scams occur in the month of December. If you're expecting a package, check directly with the shipping service, and if you believe you are a victim of fraud, you should report it to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center or to the shipping service directly. The Pokemon Go app craze moving into the spotlight once again with an all-new update that its creators say will boost the game to a higher level of augmented reality. The update is expected to add depth to the playing field, allowing the game's creatures to grow or shrink to fit their environment. The game's creatures will now also flee when they detect sudden movement or if players approach too quickly.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Pokemon coming back, huh? It's been quiet lately. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing a lot of fog around this morning. Fog burning off, sunshine, and then clouds coming in as a result of a weak disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico, which kind of went undetected, and then clear skies this evening, allowing for a beautiful sunset tonight, and a frontal boundary, a cold front to the north. We haven't had a lot of cold fronts at all this fall, and fall about to wrap up tomorrow morning at 11:28 officially. You can see this area of low pressure continues to bring some rainfall to the Carolina coastline, stretching all the way down through the panhandle of Florida, but not a lot of rain. There is a very small chance that we may see a few showers as this front gets closer to us. High pressure continues to move off into the Atlantic right now. Sarasota, sun has set, and now we have clear skies and 72 degrees, 71 now in Venice. And I should say 72 in Venice, 71 in Bradenton with a few clouds there in Venice. The high today was once again above average despite the clouds this afternoon. 76 degrees, our record 86 set back in 1990, and this morning's low was warm at 60. For the rainfall, 1.05 inches. We are anticipating some showers come Christmas Day. That rain chance, though, very small, only at around 20%. And the hourly forecast is calling for high temperatures to be a few degrees above average tomorrow. We'll have partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies east of I-75. You'll be into the low 80s there. As far as the futurecast goes, we are anticipating some fog developing late tonight, more so to the north of us, but that front comes down, brings with it a little increasing cloudiness throughout the day on Thursday. By Friday, though, things clear out quite nicely. We'll look for fair skies and comfortable conditions with temperatures still into the upper 70s to low 80s. While the GO satellite having a little issue right there, GO 16 is back online after a little hiatus as they moved it into position last week. 31 in Buffalo right now. The cold air, though, moving in over the upper Mississippi Valley. 19 in Bismarck. It's 55 in Oklahoma City. Dallas now at 62 degrees, and Houston at 77. Same in Jacksonville. Atlanta a bit cooler, but still mild for this time of year. Temperatures for highs tomorrow, 17 in Minot, Minneapolis 25. Minneapolis and near Wisconsin, they'll get up to about 10 degrees, maybe 5 to 10 degrees for high temperatures on Christmas Day. Detroit will be right around 24 for a high temperature. West winds at 10 knots tomorrow for boaters. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet. There'll be a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now is 72 degrees. UV index a 6. Tomorrow looks pretty good boating wise, and low tide upcoming 12:36 in the morning. That's the next tide, and sunset just had it. Sunrise will be at 7:16. Mostly fair, more fog developing and warm, 68 for your low. And then for tomorrow, look for that fog to burn off, revealing partly cloudy skies and high temperatures above average, right around 80 degrees. And the extended forecast then is calling for warm temperatures over the next several days. Winter officially arriving tomorrow. I mentioned that. Christmas Eve looks good. We'll see sunny skies on Sunday. You'll have plenty of good weather for shopping for the next several days. And then Christmas Day, clouds, a chance for a few showers. Not much. The rain chance only at around 20%. Notice temperatures will be cooling down just a little bit as we head into the week next week. We'll be right back after this. Stick around.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Make your holiday season extraordinary with a visit to your local Alfa Romeo dealer. Experience affordable Italian-crafted luxury and world-class performance, like our 2018 Giulia, just announced as the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. MSRP starting at $37,995. Or drive home in the 2018 Stelvio SUV. MSRP starting at just $41,995. Premium comfort and excellent handling, even in the most challenging conditions. Now's the time to shift into season and reward yourself this holiday. Come in and see us today.
It's time to take a road trip.
If you love the beach, Alabama's Gulf Coast has 32 miles of sugar white sand and turquoise water. Looking for a room with a view? We have them. Beachside and Bayside. There's incredible history. Whoa! And the seafood is fresh from the Gulf. Another round of shrimp for my friends. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC 7 is seeking an account executive to join our winning sales team. This is an outside sales position covering the Tampa DMA. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
Another name has been added to the growing list of actors accused of sexual misconduct. Actor T.J. Miller is accused of assaulting a woman who knew him in college. Miller and his wife, Kate Gorney, issued a joint statement denying the allegations. They say the woman has repeatedly tried to break them up over the past few years. Miller's Comedy Central program, The Gorberger Show, was recently canceled, but officials at the network say the decision was made prior to the allegations. Have you ever mistakenly tweeted something publicly when you meant to send it as a direct message? Well, if so, don't feel too bad. You're in good company. Business mogul Elon Musk recently did the very same thing. The SpaceX and Tesla CEO clearly intended his message to an executive with Oculus to be private, but he sent it as a public post. Musk has 16.7 million Twitter followers, and all of them instantly had access to his personal phone number. At the time the tweet was deleted, the number had already spread. I bet he's changed it since then. Lady Gaga is taking her poker face to Las Vegas with a residency engagement at the MGM Park Theater. The agreement was inked over the weekend, and the pop star will begin performing late next year. The deal could be worth nearly $100 million. By comparison, Britney Spears' 2-year engagement at Planet Hollywood was worth roughly $30 million. The Office may be returning to The Office. NBC is reportedly discussing the possibility of bringing back the hit comedy. It originally ran from 2005 through 2013, but as Variety magazine reports, Steve Carell, the star of the show, would not return to the program. NBC had success with its revival of Will and Grace earlier this year. It was one of the highest rated shows the network had this season, so we'll wait and see. And we'll be right back with more news and your forecast. Stay with us.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.